Hello, welcome to Stardom Review. I am your co-host Andre C. Right over here is my co-host Melball. Melball, how you doing?
Hey, I can't complain. I got the little puppy for the intro today. Little Kojima joining us
Koji.
for a little bit anyway, until he settles down or decides to go run off and chase a ball. It's been a fun weekend, nice and relaxing. Got to catch up on some amazing women's wrestling. But Andre, how are you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I caught up on some women's wrestling over the last couple of days, watching some great Stardom wrestling. Um,
Mhm.
Starting to catch up on some New Japan Pro Wrestling, Fantastic Mania, so a little bit that I am
Mhm.
watching of that. But we are here to talk the ways of professional wrestling, and this is Stardom, baby. And I
Mhm.
before we get into this, I want to talk about a couple big announcements that have been made regarding Stardom and their women's division. And Mercedes Monet will be challenging against, will be defending, sorry, against Azumi on I think it was April. I gotta pull that date up again. I think it's April the third or fifth. I can't remember one of those two dates. She is defending at the New Japan card, and
Mhm.
then a couple weeks later on the 23rd, she'll be defending at Stardom if she retains against Azumi against
Mhm.
Mayu Iwatani.
Mhm. Oh, I
But
knew
there
about the Azumi one. I didn't know about the Maya one.
and there's reports out there right now that supposedly Mercedes only committed to those two dates and nothing else. So,
Interesting.
and I read another report said Mayu Iwatani was supposed to be the person to win that championship, but there was a money issue going on. I guess contract money issue. So could we see Mayu Iwatani take the title from Mercedes Monet on the 23rd? We don't know, but I'm looking forward to it.
Will be a fun ride either way.
Heck yes, it will be. But we are here to talk about one night of Triangle Derby, I guess the second to
Hmm.
final night of the Triangle Derby, and another just great night of Stardom wrestling.
Yes. Yes. And what
Oh,
a
and
show. The production was incredible for both of these shows.
absolutely phenomenal for both. So I found the second night a little bit less than the first night because I think they had more cameras. They only had the
Hmm.
one roaming camera on the second night, but that's my only issue in production. Before we get into it, I want to say please like and subscribe to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. We always love hearing comments from every single one of you out there.
Hmm. Hmm. What I was going to say is the second night kind of felt almost like a night at Top Talent.
Yeah, kind of more club environment. Yeah.
A little bit more casual, but a little emotional at the end there, but we'll get into that.
Oh yeah. But we are. Oh, man, we are way too small on the screen right now. Let's make ourselves bigger! Yay! We're not tiny. And we're gonna
Hmm.
start it out on the February 17th show, which before this happened, we actually got introduction to three new young ladies for Stardom, and
Hmm.
Komomo Minami, Hanako Ueda, and Sakura Ishiguro. I'm I'm gonna go with that.
Ishiguro.
Ishiguro. I'm going to go with that. Ishiguro actually makes a request to face Julia in her debut match, and Julia comes out and says, "I don't know if you can handle Julia," and calls her Guro-san. Um, yeah. So yeah, from the whole thing, I'm still not sure if they're actually going to wrestle or not, but
It sounds like they could be, yeah, for sure.
I think they are, but I don't know. It just nothing was set in stone. That was my question. I'm like, so is she going to face off with her? I wasn't sure. I
That
was
seems to be a
very
trend with Stardom because I was equally as baffled when Monet and Okada kind of confronted the audience after the show there. I was just like, yeah, let's team up together. But where and when and how?
the
Come
next
on.
cross the next crossover show.
When?
I don't
When is
know.
it? Exactly.
November, I'm guessing. Let's do more than one of those a year. But we are going to get into this.
Anyhow.
We're going to get into this four-way tag team match. It's Queen's Quest,
Mhm.
Lady C, and Miyu Amasaki taking on away to ties Fukigen Death and Rina versus Donna Del Mundo's Himeka and Maika, collectively known as Himeka, and Club Venus's Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa. I really liked the start. I mean, they did the 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 triple test of strength, and Fuki was too short, so they just left her out of it. and Fuki just starts crossing through. I found that so funny. And then she just like goes in the middle and starts
Mhm.
Fuki contesting, and they'll just like boot her. It was funny to see.
It was, yes. Gotta love Fukigen Death, and then her unmovable face paint. She clearly shared her secrets with Asuka, because Asuka is the same way. That makeup is not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Um,
very much.
One thing I
There was a
noticed in this one was Miyu. Miyu definitely Miyu Amasaki really kind of making her way through everyone here. She had a really great DDT on her way to tie there.
hmm very
Mhm.
nice. And there's a great spot from Lady C where she got where Fuki jumps up there and gets her in like a standing guillotine, and she like fights her out and then turns it into the spin, like
Oh
the
yes, yes.
Cesaro spin. I was like, I just love the way she transitioned out of getting out of the guillotine, and just holding onto the legs, and just get
Mhm.
it going into the spin. Just and again, just recklessly letting her fly at the end.
Yeah, that one looked really rough too, and it looked like they were both tiring out a little bit. Fukigen getting a little bit lower in that tail end of that airplane spin there.
Yeah, very much so.
Mhm.
Um, there's a great spot, great Russian leg sweep, drop kick combo by Club Venus to Lady C. I love those two teaming up.
Mhm.
Lady C getting that beautiful Cobra clutch, but like over the knee. I like the way she applies it. Instead of just like holding it like in the stand, like she brings it down to like get like a backbreaker almost involved, like a backbreaker stretch to add into it. I really
Mhm.
like that. But
Mhm.
the end of this came when Mina Shirakawa hit the spinning back fist to Lady C, but then Himeka runs in, rolls up Lady C, and Maika grabs Mina Shirakawa to hold her back, and Himeka picks up the win off a Mina Shirakawa finish.
Yeah, yeah, and Mina not happy at the end of that, attacking Micah and really voicing how pissed off she was. And I actually wrote down, I love Micah and Himika, but they stole one. They pulled the
Well,
rug out from Mina Shirakawa's feet there.
and Mina even tried a couple spinning back fists at them after the match, trying to smack them with it, but they both got out of the way. But like they both
Hmm.
like kept moving backwards. But it was just like, geez, kind of a dick move.
It was. It
But Mina would have
really
done
shouldn't have
Mina and May would
sugarcoat
have done the
that.
same. I think Mina and May would have done the same thing though.
I mean, we'll have to see if they're ever in the same situation. Maybe that's the story there.
It could be, but I was just like, hey, smart way to pick up a win. It really is.
That's true enough.
So we move on to the first of 6 triangle derby matches on this show, and we've got
Mm,
a team of Lollipop, Rina Amikura, Waka Tsukiyama.
lollipop.
Yeah, that's their team name, Lollipop. You know that?
What's that? The picture that I see.
Oh, I have this completely out of. There it is. Oops,
What's
I
that?
scrolled
You're
too far. I was on the right picture, but I was in the wrong place in my notes. I'm crazy. Sorry. We have the first of the triangle derby matches, which is the
there.
unique glares. Haruka Umesaki, Ruaka, and Starlight Kid taking on Gold Ship and Momo Watanabe, Natsuko, Tora, and Saki Kashima. It's a Oedo tie versus a Oedo tie.
Young Oedo
And
Tai versus
and
Vet.
young Oedo Tai are the one attacking gold like the vets before the
I
match.
was.
They're like if you watch Tora as she's entering, she's like looking around like she's expecting unique glare to attack her because she's like, I know your tricks because I taught you them, and she's like looking around,
Mm.
slowly getting in, and then they jump them and attack them. It was just, but like,
Which is
yeah,
hilarious again coming out of Umesaki, right? She's still the little hee hee.
yeah, it was an odd thing because yeah, it's still the Umasaki, and I'm
Character.
like, give me karma, man.
Yes.
God, but yeah, I thought this was a really fun match. See, getting
Hmm.
kind of see these two teams that don't really have infighting fight against each other. Um, great spot, Starlight Kid. That standing moonsault always utter perfection.
Hmm.
She's. I have a really strong feeling she's taking the high speed title from Azumi on in March here when they face off because Azumi's heading off to face for that title for that IWGP titles. I could see Starlight Kid maybe taking the high speed belt there, and she's always on point, man.
I mean, Azume's defended that title successfully 9 times now. She's held it for more than a year, and she's had legendary fights with Starlight Kid. I wouldn't put it past her. Just my fandom of Azumi makes me want to say nay nay sir, nay nay. But the pure talent that Starlight Kid has says it is a possibility.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like she's been so good lately. I could
Mhm.
see her taking that title.
um Something you mentioned with Tora kind of being a little suspicious. I mean, you have to remember, I mean, Ruaka, her regular tag team partner with BMI, she did teach her, as you said, everything she knows, and Ruaka and her really did not hold back at the beginning of this match. They were absolutely savage, and I loved it because you knew at the end of the match they were just going to be like, cool, let's go get changed.
Well, you got Ruaka choking Tora with the pipe, and Tora ends up running Ruaka into the post, and then smacks her with the pipe.
Mhm.
They're like we're not holding. I'm not holding back, and they're not
No.
holding back on each other. And it's the same thing with Starlight Kid and Momo Watanabe. They're
Mhm.
regular tag team partners. So again, and they were kicking. Momo was kicking the shit out of Starlight Kid. Starlight Kid was going full speed, full bore at Momo Watanabe in this match. It was very much like we're gonna kick the shit out of each other. We'll see who wins, and we'll be friends after.
Exactly, exactly. And Haruka actually, the sort of, I would almost say in this situation, a little bit more of the odd man out because she has been tagging more with the young Oedo tires as opposed to like the vet Oedo tires there. But she held her own very, very well, especially against Tora when Ruaka tagged out at the beginning there, and actually was putting Tora down pretty easily. I was very impressed with that.
Mm-hmm.
Though again, I am with you. I would prefer to see the Karma character. I feel the Karma character fits a little bit better. Hopefully, the transition from teehee to goes really well for her. Um, Something I also wrote down to go back to this strike off between Starlight Kid and Momo. I love that they were using their own most powerful strikes in their repertoire. With Starlight Kid, it is her forearm. With Momo, it is those soul snatching freaking PK kicks. And she was not pulling them even a little bit. She beat the holy hacking crap out of Starlight Kid. And it was great. I'm very impressed with how quickly Momo can just reload those kicks and how each and every single one of them is just so much stronger than the last. Like the training that she must have had to do to get to that point, it must have been absolutely insane. Um, yeah, I don't know who it was Ruaka tried to hit with the container, but the part where she went to hit and Tora
She
just,
hit Saki, or that was the early one because she hit it. She actually used it later too.
yeah, this was the one I'm talking about is later in the match when Tora actually punched it and it went flying into the crowd.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
assaulting the children again. Yeah,
No, that
children
was the
have to
early
learn
one
better.
because the later one, Ruaka actually hit Saki with the case, and then she hit the freezer bomb. The early one was
Well,
where it got punched.
I mean, I write down my notes in the order that they happened in the match, so I don't know what to tell you.
That's the way I wrote it too. I
So
have it in my early
anyway,
points of my notes, but
um,
I'm maybe it's weird.
regardless, the teams both worked really well together, and then afterwards, as we said, like I expected this to happen, and it's exactly what happened. As soon as the bell rung, Saki picking up that sneaky pin. Love
Yeah,
that
with her
sneaky pin.
with
It's
her
just so tiny. What's that?
Kishikase,
Kishikashi. Oh yeah, I should probably wait for the
Kishikase.
name on that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, the celebration afterward was a lot of fun. Tora almost like patting Ruaka on the head, and it was just a very heartwarming moment coming from a typically evil syndicate, essentially.
So we move on to the next match, and this is the match, which is Lollipops, Rina Amikura, Waka and Yuko Sakurai, taking on Power Passion Pineapples, Nanae Takahashi, Yuna Mizumori, and you. I got it right this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought this was a fun match. Again,
Mhm.
I didn't feel like this was like there was a lot of Waka hope spots in this, but I thought we got more of Rina and Yuko. I got we got more Yuko, especially in this
Mm-hmm.
match, which I
Mm-hmm.
really liked seeing.
Yes, yes. Especially at the beginning there. I really, really enjoyed that. I didn't enjoy her getting put in that camel clutch by Nane though. And
the
then
triple
Yuna
clutch or
putting,
whatever it was.
yeah, like she put the clutch on her, and then Yuna comes and puts the clutch on Nane to help extend it further, and then you comes to do it and ends up throwing both of them. I thought it was a fun spot though. It it,
I it
it
was weird.
humanized the triple P there a little bit for me.
Yeah, I saw it, but I was also like, huh, that's ineffective. So all you're doing is choking your partner.
I mean, you could see Nane's displeasure about it. She wasn't exactly happy.
And I saw that they did this in another match too. A couple show, like I think the last show or the show before. We didn't mention it, but it was such a weird spot. I was like, it just seems so odd,
We
man.
got to learn the Japanese because whatever Yuna said to Nane afterwards, the crowd laughed at. So it was obviously like a comedy spot in the match.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
got. I gotta give props to Rina going toe to toe with you at those shoulder block spots, and
Mm,
yes, you got came out in the dominant in the end
mhm,
and getting the senton in there, but to see Rina stand up to her and like with how big and powerful you is,
mhm,
she outsizes Rina by a good bit, and Rina standing up for as long as she did, absolutely impressive to me.
mhm, mhm. 100%, 100%. And that was it an abdominal stretch that Yuna or Yuko, sorry, got to put on you there at the end?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because the octopus is like when it goes over the head, the leg goes over the head, whereas this one
Hmm.
was more over the abdominal and pulling the arm back there.
Yeah.
Again, speaks to the flexibility of you also being able to go into that. You endlessly impressive to me. Nane has been insanely impressive. Adding Yuna in there has just made this team so enjoyable.
Yeah, she's a big plus to them in the fact that I they were just a team that I was like, these two are wreckers. But now I have more of like I find them more a little more lighthearted now. But you can still
Mm.
see they're just absolute killers. But they have a human side to them, I guess.
A little humanity in there.
I guess so. But in the end of this match, Power Patch Pineapple hit what I'm now calling the Alabama's Edge, because the Alabama Slam Racer's Edge combo,
I get
Alabama's
that. I
Edge,
get that.
and and then Yuna hits the TKO and gets the win. I didn't actually
Mm,
check to see if there was a name for it, but it's a TK. It is a TKO.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
but again, absolutely phenomenal match from all
mm,
these girls, and Waka picking up the loss again, but again, they're telling a story with her, and she
mm,
can't overcome so far. So
mm. And it continued into the next night, which we will get to later.
we will. We're going to move on to the next match of the evening. It is classmates Hazuki Koguma and Saya taking on Queen's Quest Azumi, Saya Kamatani, and Utami Hayashishida. Azumi, like her stance at the start of just standing there and just not playing to the dancing of Koguma was just like, and didn't want to do the dance. I was just like, I respect it. I really respect it. I'm like, I respect you so much more for telling this goof to screw off. It's like anybody telling Yano to just screw off with his comedy shit. Like I completely get it because it's like I know she's taking this shit seriously. She's not here to
Mhm.
dance.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
I mean, she's been in this business since she was 11 years old. I mean, that was the time to play bunny ears with her. This is not.
No, it very much. Um, um, Ida really stepping up against, like, especially
Mhm.
Saya Kamatani in this match. Those two had some great back and forth, the chop battles, the forearm battles. Ida hitting a big, like no better way to call it, an FU onto, or attitude adjustment onto Saya Kamatani there. I was like, ooh, nice. Like, she got
Mhm.
some good spots in there, but then Saya coming right back after the attitude adjustment and getting this the huge bicycle kick to the face of of Saida just like knocking her on her ass.
Mhm.
But like
Mhm.
I thought Ida really impressed me in the way she held in there with Azumi, held in there with Tommy, held in there with Sai Kamatani, man. She really did.
Mhm. Mhm. Something that I wanted to note at the beginning of this was, well, that whole confusion with like the bunny ears or the bear ears that Koguma was doing. Azumi and Queen's Quest actually pulled the wool over a little bit on Koguma there. When they start actually doing those kind of reverse, 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 and then she whips her into the ropes. Kamitani and Utami come in with that drop kick, and then Azumi and Kamitani meeting up and doing the sit down drop kick. I thought that was great. It really just shows you the intelligence of Queen's Quest and how well they work together. Um, and that kind of fed into that back and forth kind of like pinning attempt bout between Azumi and Koguma.
Yeah.
Koguma deceptively fast. I mean, you wouldn't expect her to be as quick as she is, but let me tell you, if you think Azumi is quick, you're gonna think Koguma is just as quick. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ida, very impressive in this one, not only just with Kamitani, but Utami, overpowering her several times throughout the match. And Utami just oof, coming back like a wrecking ball as usual. Can't
Mm-hmm.
hold the Red Queen down there. Really, really, though, obviously, the big story in this one was Hazuki. She was just
Yeah.
on fire this whole match. She fought very, very hard, and man, her brain buster has got to be one of the best brain busters I've ever seen in my entire life. The way she just gets it out there. Why are
Tomohiro
you
Ishii might
yawning?
hit. Tomohiro Ishii hits a better one in my opinion, but
Maybe the
yeah.
next crossover we can like have a test. Team
Okay,
those
but
two up, Hazuki and Ishii.
but Ishii's gonna win.
No, team them up. Have them do stereos. We'll see.
Oh
We'll be
yeah,
the judges. Stay with me,
sure.
Andre. uh, end of this one coming when with the amazing cat Hazuki there catches Kamitani, and that amazing brainbuster picks up a win on the Wonder of Stardom champion. Uh, believe that gets her a title shot.
It does. I
Mm-hmm.
well, they did. She did call her out after the match,
Mm-hmm.
challenging her for the white belt, and Saya Kamatani did appear to accept. And Hazuki saying something. I don't know if it was this show or the next one. Saying something to Ogawa, saying I think it was this show, saying she wanted it at Cork and Hall, but I don't think he made it official.
Mm-hmm. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure either. I think there was like a press conference where it was made more official in the days that
Yeah,
followed.
I'm not sure the date. I'm not sure the date on that one. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's going to happen. I'm just not sure the date quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we move on from here, and we get to. I better scroll back. I was sorry, I was doing some editing to my notes quickly because I'm I was trying to fix something while I'm doing things. Next match. We get them the triangle three match of H&M's Hanan, Mayu Tane Momokomo taking on rebel enemies Maika Ozaki, Ram Kaicho, and Maya. I was like,
Wookie.
sorry, Maya.
Wookie. We'll figure out how to say her name properly eventually.
I'm never
Based
gonna say it right. It's more fun to make weird noises.
on based on what the announcer says when she's coming out, I hear Wookie. But regardless, she is very, very classy. She is definitely championship material, and this girl, this show, the crowd was in particular very, very hot. For Rebel Enemy, they popped. I think one of the biggest pops they had in the night. For Ram specifically, when they came out, this was actually, I think, one of Ram's best showcases since coming into Stardom. Because I think she was feeding off the energy of the crowd, who was so super, super happy to see her. Um, yeah, it made me happy to see that. I felt that the beginning part with Ram and Momo was actually very, very good, very, very crisp, very
Mhm.
fun. And again, a very expressive Ram who has been maybe a little less animated than she usually is up until this point. I don't know if she's maybe just had some nerves or maybe just not been used to the crowd. I don't know. But she really did come out of her shell in this one and she brought the rest of the girls with her. Um, yeah, the only two other things that I wanted to say was H&M showing some great unity in this. Everything that they did with their stereo moves, always getting their stuff off, always well timed. They're almost completely in sync at all times. It's
Ba,
very, very
ba,
impressive.
ba. That's all I can think when you
What?
say in sync. All I can think is ba ba ba.
Bye bye. Wanna be a fool for you. Okay, anyway. Amayu and
Ugh.
Michael Zaki having an amazing in-ring presence. That is a match I would love to see a one-on-one there. Micah again, another one of those girls who is deceptively quick for like what she looks like. It's just absolutely insane, and the power that she has also behind that speed, absolutely incredible. Andre, what do you think of this one?
I really enjoyed this, and like I'm really because again Julia challenged Maya on the one of the last shows we watched. So I was really keeping my eye on Maya on this one, and I think this girl is absolutely phenomenal.
Mhm.
Um, we get more. I think it was on this night or on later to this night. I think we got more in a
Mhm.
speech from her, but um, just her style, it's very smooth, and I'm not I'm not sure of her history. I haven't looked up much on her, but like she's so good. There was a spot where she got Momo and she had like a choke on, but she was using her arm and her leg to like hook the choke in. I'd never seen a choke like that before. I
Mhm.
think she did it in a previous match, but I've never seen anyone other than her do a choke like that. And
Yeah,
I really
is
I
that where
found
she was trying to pull her own arm over top?
I'm not sure. I just remember it being a leg and like she had like Momo down by her knee and was like using her knee
I
while
think it
pulling in
was,
on the
yeah.
choke or something.
And
It
then
was
she gets kind of rescued.
yeah, and then Momo was rescued in it, but
Mhm.
it was really interesting to see by
Mhm.
that. And but again, you're very right with H&Ms. Their their fluidity, their ability to work together so well and just know where their partner is and what to do when their partner is in there doing something. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Mhm. Mhm.
But the overwhelming power of Rebel Enemy does pick up the win, where Zaki takes out
Mhm.
Mayu and Hanan, and Maya gets a Shining Wizard for two, then hits the the Sulala. I don't know. It's Tsula. So Sulala. It's essentially like
Right.
almost like it's like a running bicycle kick for the win,
Mhm.
and Rebel Enemy picking up another big win here.
Mhm. Mhm. I'm very impressed with how they've managed to kind of pull the end of the tournament together. They're almost kind of that Cinderella girl group within the tournament here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really had a lot of fun with this one.
I did too. I really did enjoy this match. Um, yeah, I thought, and again, I'm really keeping my eye on Maya because it's
Mhm.
I want to see how she's going to stack up with Julia. Simple
Mhm.
as that.
Mhm.
Now move on to what probably was my favorite match on this show. And I don't say that a lot about Suri matches. Nothing in Suri, because again, I'm not the hugest fan of Suri and the rest of Gaza. But this was like absolutely tremendous. Like all
Mhm.
six of these women just had an insanely great match at the start of it with Nat and Mariah both trying to get cheers from the crowd and trying to fire them up. And I felt this crowd took Nat's side. You could hear more Nat Boy chants than Mariah. Again, I don't understand half the shit, but it
I
seemed
thought
like
that Troy was having a fit afterwards,
no,
and that
that was on the
someone.
no, that was the next night. That was on night two. I think you got your notes screwed up because this one they were all separate and then they came down and just started wrestling.
First bit
Oh,
of match
so this is the
was
one that they
Troy using the distraction to
yeah
attack Mirai.
yeah because they were both in corners cheering and then Mirai's one corner so Nat just runs down, runs across and attacks her.
Ah, okay.
The stomping tantrum one was on the 19th
Sure.
show. Yeah.
We'll see
Oh,
when I
oh,
get there.
very much so. But yeah, this was a really great match. Just the speed, the precision, the just the smoothness you got from Tam and Nat. Those two are just so good. And then Shuri, her kicks in this match when she was kicking Tam, when she was kicking Nat, are the two that I saw it most because both girls are so goddamn tiny. When she kicks them, it looks like she's like her leg is half their body and she's kicking like the entire half of their body, and it's just like, oh, I saw it even more on the next night. But holy crap, dude, just holy crap! And then Ami, man, that power is crazy out of that girl, man. She's insane, man. Um, Absolutely phenomenal match by all this. Tam and Nat making dual dives to God's Eye on the floor, taking out ringside people. Fuck, it was so good. In the end, though, triple super kick by Cosmic Angels. And Tam Nakano hits the screwdriver, gets the win. Absolutely phenomenal match, though.
And the power of Mirai and Ami with those dueling machine gun chops has got to be one of my favorite tag teams that they do. Just even I know it's so simple, but it's so effective for them, and they make it look really, really good. Saki again, just a powerhouse. I absolutely love her with the Cosmic Angels. I love her addition to the little dance. I love that she does the dance and that she's not Waka, just like tally ho right through the middle of them.
Tally ho. Okay.
I mean, that's what she's doing,
I
right?
haven't heard somebody say
One day
tally ho in
I'm just
forever.
so terrified that she's going to do that, and she's just going to do it when Tam takes a step, and it's just going to take out Tam, take out Waka, chaos, chaos everywhere.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
Chaos is in New Japan.
I mean they're owned by the same company, aren't they?
I know, I'm just making bad
Yeah,
jokes. Come on.
right. Anyway, the afterwards, Ami denying Tom Nakano the handshake, almost suspiciously on the wise words of Suri whispering in her ear there. It was interesting to see. I didn't expect that from Ami. I did expect a little bit more. Because she is more of a facey kind of a character in this company. So I did find that interesting, and I did equally find it interesting Mirai stepping up in Ami's place to kind of be in Tom's face and be like, "Nay, nay, my friend, nay, nay, don't do that." The Cosmic Angel celebration afterwards, when God's Eye had left the ring, and they're all just like, "Yay, we won!" and they're blowing kisses to everyone, and Natsuko and Tam are like rolling around with each other, and Saki's just laughing. It was so sweet and so endearing because it shows just how excited they are and how much they love what it is that they do. Very heartwarming moment. Highly recommend you guys check out this match and watch till the end for that because that was just
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Again, absolutely tremendous match throughout, and
Mm-hmm.
just all six of these women just I thought had, I think, one of the best matches I've watched in this Triangle Derby. Just how well all these women worked together was
You see, I thought
absolutely.
that about the next one.
Oh, again, the next one's absolutely phenomenal too. I don't know. I just love this match. I don't know what it
Mm-hmm.
was, but yeah. But we move on to the main event of the night, and it is a Triangle Derby match. Buddy Buddy Bombers, the Julia, Mai Sakurai, and Sakura taking on Prominence's Haragi Kurumi. Ugh, it's so hard to say
Kurumi
for
Haragi.
me. Haragi Kurumi, Risa Sera, and Suzu Suzuki. Again, another absolutely phenomenal match. It's high striking affair from all these women. It was Suzu Suzuki. Let's do goddamn kicks. Like this thing serious. It's those goddamn kicks that she hits. They're just
Mm-hmm.
like ah, oh, dude. And then there was a really cool spot in this where Sekla ducks Suzuki and Larry from Suzuki, and then Suzuki ducks a Larry from Sekla, and then drops her with the stunner, but she like drops onto her knees. I just the way she did the stunner, I was like, I really like that. Again, it was just a different way to see a
Was
very
that when they
common
did the
move.
tarantula walks?
I don't remember. No, they were just trading clotheslines, like because like Thekla ducked a clothesline, then Suzuki ducks a clothesline from
Oh, but did
Thekla.
she duck it in her back bridge?
No, 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 no. This is just
Oh,
basic like clothesline because it was a
they did
clothesline,
that
then
later.
clothesline. That was later, yeah. But yeah, like yeah, the traded spider walk.
Mhm.
Shit, more than one person doing one of those, just creasing the fuck out.
I didn't even know Suzu Suzuki could do that. So when she pulled it out, I was like, Bray Wyatt has possessed her.
No, Thekla possessed her. Come on,
I mean, we saw Thekla in the ring, though. How could she possess her when she's in the ring?
it's
We
possible.
see her, see you, see her.
Yeah, that just an absolutely really good match. I thought for
Hmm.
all these women, um, just again absolutely phenomenal. Like,
Hmm. Thekla at the beginning holding her own against Hiragi, arguably the powerhouse, if we could say specifically one is a powerhouse in prominence. Um, Thekla arguably being the smallest member of the Bari Bari Bombers, but again, I mean, shoulder boulder, she was not afraid to get in her face and did very well. That speed and flexibility helping her out insanely, but I don't think she actually expected Hiragi to be as flexible and quick as she was either.
mm,
She did catch her a number of times, rocking Thekla's day. I really did feel that this match of all of them, it introduced us to some new stuff that Suzuki can do, but I felt that this really showcased Hiragi
mm,
and what it is that she brought to the table for her team. This whole just the whole time that Thekla and Suzu were in the ring is just something you want to watch. It was absolutely incredible. As we had mentioned, the kind of that spinning bridge thing that Thekla does, the little spider thing. Suzu doing the same thing, them going back and forth, and Suzu not staying down for Thekla either. Every single big move, she was popping back up and going Super Saiyan on us. Um, Risa Sarah also, I mean, just so good, so good. But again, I definitely felt that Thekla and Hiragi were more the kind of showcases in this one. I really do enjoy that piggyback drop, knee drop that Suzu and Riza do off that
I
second
love that I got
table.
you saying piggyback and all this. I really am. Yeah,
Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, that's what she's doing. She's piggybacking her, right?
yeah,
But yeah, at the end, Suzu catching that tequila shot on Thekla. I want me some Thekla and Suzu. I
that
don't want no tag match. I want that one on one. Holy hot diggity dang.
that would be an absolutely tremendous match.
That'd be
Yeah.
insane. Insane to the membrane, sir.
And then this is post match is where um Maya Maya hee hee whatever you want to say, she shows up and her says she has no desire to be in Stardom, and she hates Julia and Rossio Ogawa, but she will accept a title match. But if she puts on the belt, Rossio Ogawa and Julia are going to be disgusted. Okay, I'm so confused, but okay, I'm looking forward to the match. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like,
She's forcing the heel there is what she's doing. And
yeah, but
it's going in a hole that doesn't fit. It's-
yeah,
yeah, especially for how much the crowd was supporting her and the team earlier. Yeah, sorry, honey, they're not going to boo you. They like you.
and then Julia says she's gonna want to do this match no matter what and things like that, and they set it up for March 4th.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be an absolutely tremendous match. And then
Absolutely.
Prominent says something how they're the champs, so they're gonna win the tournament, and that's about it. They didn't really say much to that. Like it wasn't much else to what their speech was, in my opinion.
And you know what? Again, the Suzu name or Suzuki name there, she cut a promo exactly like Minoru Suzuki would, like just like making statements and like laughing evilly after. I was just like, I just love this woman. And she's so young too. I know I'm going to get many years of her. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring this up quickly, bring this to the main screen. So at the end of the preliminary round of the tournament, you have Power Passion Pineapple with 11 points, Cosmic Angels with 10. Those two teams will move on to the semifinals in the red triangle division to face off, and in the blue triangle division you have Aribono GE and Prominence, each with 10 points. They will also move on to the semifinals to fight on March the fourth. Again, yeah, March. No, not March 4th. Can't be March 4th. Yeah, March. No. Oh, weird. Because it's supposed to be March. Yeah, March 4th. Yeah, it is March 4th. There we go. I have it right. I'm not wrong. I'm crazy. So yeah, we have Aribona GE versus Cosmic Angels, and we have Power Passion Pineapple versus Prominence. I think both these matches are going to be absolutely tremendous on that March 4th show.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Another triple P and P. That's a lot of P's.
Yeah. Another triple P and P. So we are going to move on to the February 19th show.
Mm-hmm.
And we started off with Lady C versus Rina. Rina's attitude, I really, really liked in this because, like, when the ref was counting at her in the corner, she like turned and like got in his face. It was really giving the ref a little bit of gruff there. So I really like that. You see that this girl is developing an attitude, developing like character side of it more than just trying, just like I'm just gonna be a heel. She's now pulling that stuff into her matches, and I really like that.
It makes sense being a member of a Oedo Tai.
Again, this was very much a Lady C dominance match. She got a lot of the offense in this. Rina got some great offense in this, don't get me wrong. But majority of it was Lady C, the abdominal stretch. Rina actually turning an abdominal stretch, rolling it into like a leg scissor armbar looked really good. Blue Thunder Bomb, though, at the end by Lady C gets her the win. And then after the match, Lady C gets the mic. She says that she is going to go after the Future of Stardom title. And she says something to the point of, look out, Amy Saray. So we're going to, hopefully she'll be bringing that title to Donna Del Mundo, but I still want her in Donna Del Mundo.
At this point, I'm like, whatever you guys are going to do, just do it. Let's get on with it. Yeah, I agree with you. This match was definitely a show of Lady C's dominance, but Rina's intelligence, in-ring intelligence, and ability to defend herself. I agree. I also really do like the attitude that Rina is giving. It definitely separates her not only from her sister, but it separates her from everyone else and in her kind of age group. Kind of makes her stand out a lot more. I look forward to seeing what she does.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So we move on to the second match of the evening. It is Yuna Mizumori taking on Rina's sister Hina. I thought really good wrestling from both at the start. Like there was like a back and forth with the headlock trading and stuff like that. The spot where Yuna gets Hina down and gets her ready for the bow and arrow, spanks her a couple times, and then puts her in the bow and arrow. I was like, do you really want to be spanking a 16-year-old?
We're not yet. No.
I was like, I was like,
somewhere, someone's having fun with that. No.
Maybe another 16-year-old, but no.
I definitely felt that this was a great learning experience for Hina. Just for how well they were able to wrestle back and forth. It really showed Hina's experience and what she has been learning, but it was also very much so a Yuna match on this one. I love Yuna's personality though. Even like she's the same person within
Triple P.
Escaping me right now. Triple P. She's the same person within Triple P as she is on her own, and I absolutely love it. She brings so much energy and like just entertainment to her wrestling on top of being this amazing wrestler. Really enjoy seeing her.
Very much so. In the end of this match, Yuna reverses an O'Connor roll and gets the Supergirl pin, which is the Colt Cabana Superman pin, for the win. If anybody doesn't know what the Supergirl pin is, that's what it is.
And if you don't know what the Superman pin is, look it up.
She looked like a Pokemon, a Superman pin. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
good.
had a great time watching this match. Like, and I'll say this: from Hina and Rina, their entire family must have trained judo because I've watched Rina. She hits those judo throws and those judo sweeps really well. So does Hina. So they both have that ability for the sweeps and the throws. Like they both have that.
Isn't Hanan also one of their
That's what I'm saying.
family?
Like Hanan, their older
Yeah.
sister, that whole family must be trained in judo.
Yeah.
They must be. So yeah, I
Same
really
with between
liked.
those ladies.
I like to see that. I like to see that similarity between them, but each have their own way of doing things. You know what I mean? I like
And
seeing that.
personality, yeah.
I really do. But now we're going to get into a 6-woman tag match. It is Cosmic Angels, Natsuko, Tam Nakano, and Waka Tsukiyama taking on God's Eyes, Emisore, Mirai, and Siri. So the entrance, as usual, they come out for Cosmic Angels. They go to do their dance. They do like Nat and Tam start doing the dance. But
Hmm.
Waka just runs through to the ring.
Hmm.
Because you were saying you're not sure if Waka will be with Cosmic Angels because if she doesn't get this win, I I feel like you might be right. She might not get her win in time, and because if you see it, she's not willing to. She's not doing the dancing. She's not doing that. I think that's like kind of foreshadowing of her not being part of this team in a month or so, month or
Because
two.
like
It's
when she did first join Cosmic Angels, she tried. She really did try to learn the choreography. And I'm not gonna lie, like when I first saw her try it and
she
she
was
just
awkward
looked
as fuck.
so horrible, I was like, it didn't look horrible in a bad way though. It was like horrible adorable, if that makes any kind of sense, because you know she's trying so hard and
Hmm.
she's putting so much effort. You could see just the focus and concentration on her face that she's just flailing all about. But I felt it added to the adorableness of her character when she was doing that. When
Hmm.
she started doing the run through, I was kind of like, yeah, this isn't your place. Because even Saki has made the point to learn this,
Even
and like look at Mariah May's Aya
yeah, I
Brooks
was gonna
like
say Mariah
her
May when they teamed up with Nancy Point. She did the dance. She did the Cosmic Angels dances too. With her own Mariah May flourishes in there, but yeah, but she did it. She learned it. So
hmm. Yes, she did. So yeah. Um yeah, this was the part where Poi was having that fit with but it wasn't Mirai, it was Ami in this one.
oh, was it Ami? I can't.
I have Ami written down, but
Oh, I have Mirai written down. I thought it was a similar thing from the night before, but it was Mirai. Mirai. I
yeah, I
hear them
have
going
Ami written
Mirai.
down. So
Oh, I wrote down Mirai.
yes.
Meh.
Well, you were right last time, I'm right this time. Suri performing very well in this one. Again, her strikes are just absolutely deadly. She's been performing so well since she lost the title. At this point, don't give her the title. Just leave her as she is. Ami and Mirai working again very, very, very well together. Do I think there's a potential they could try to take those Goddess of Stardom championships? Yes. Do I think they'll be successful? We'll have to see. We'll have to see how everything kind of fares with prominence and Triple P there, because man, the last couple times that we've seen you with Mirai, it hasn't gone well, and it hasn't gone well for Mirai. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that goes. Again, their machine gun chops are just amazing. My absolute
Mm.
favorite. Andre, what do you think?
I really enjoyed this match. Again, it's very much. I look at this match as soon as I saw this match before we started. I was like, God's Eye's winning. Like I knew God's Eye was going to win this because again, Waka's there. Waka's not getting the win here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if they're going to give Waka a win, they're not giving her a win in a 6-man on a random Sunday show in Japan that doesn't even technically have a name for the card.
Mm-hmm.
So it's but again, it was a lot of Waka really fighting back in this and really working her way up. The triple Waka ride. Was this one? Was a triple Waka ride, right? When all three of them were on the back of the God's Eye? Or was that the last match?
I don't remember. I don't have it
And,
written down, so I don't remember.
yeah, so yeah, Waka turns a torture rack into a gets on the back and does the Walker ride, and that's where Nat and Tam jump on the back of the other two members, and they're all doing the like Walker ride on the back thing.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, I like this. Yeah,
Mhm.
I really like it
Another show of team support there.
very much. So in the end, though, Ami hits two huge clotheslines
Mhm.
uh, for a 2 count, and then hits the big ass Blue Thunder Bomb onto Waka and gets the win. Absolutely phenomenal match. After the match, though, Miyu Yamasaki comes out and asks Suri to be the third match in her 5-match trial. And Suri does accept, and so she'll be it. And the first is going to be Julia, then Tam Nakano, and then Suri. And then I guess 2 more after that. She's stacking it. She's stacking the deck against herself. I can tell you that right now.
I mean, what better way to test yourself than against the former champions of the company that came before you, right?
Oh, very much so. Like I'm not saying she's doing the right thing because you're gonna get in there with the most experienced people, but it's like I don't think you're winning any of those 3 matches. That's for darn
And you
sure.
know.
Unless one of your
No.
matches is unless one of your trial matches is Waka, I doubt you're getting a win here.
Aw, poor Waka.
I love Waka. Don't get me wrong, I love Waka to death. I just again, she's not going to get a win until like I think she's going to get her win. I have a feeling she's going to get a singles match with Nanae, and that's where she's going to get another singles match with Nanae, and that's where she gets her win, is beating Nanae because she's lost to Nanae, and it was in such a kind of a humiliating fashion last time that I think that's where she's going to pick up the win is against Nanae.
We shall see. We shall see.
So we move on to a tag team match. It is the team from Stars, Hanan and Saida, taking on Club Venus's Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa. This match was Mina and May targeting the knee of Hanan. They like every time they were in there with her when they were on offense, something went to the knee. Like with Hanan, it was attacking that knee. Yeah, but again, really fun match. Saya and she's chopping, doing it just a chops on Mariah May, but they're broken up. But Hanan and I don't know. My writing is my typing is just shite. Like my wording is just absolutely terrible. They get the piggyback splash on Hanan and Saya. Get the pig. It leads up to Hanan and Saya getting the piggyback splash on May. Man, I gotta learn how to edit my writing. Sorry guys. But yeah, Maya and Ida trade. There was a great spot where they were just trading chops back and forth, both just cracking each other. And then Mariah May just does this running knee to like the chest of Ida, dropping her, but Ida coming right back up and hits this huge lariat to May. Like just absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, you're still going there. Yeah, I definitely felt that this match, like Mariah was very, very good with this showmanship in this one, especially with Hanan at the beginning. They played very, very well with each other. I feel like Hanan almost really, really enjoyed it. She doesn't get to play that much with like character work when she's in the ring. She's usually very focused, so I think she kind of had a really good time with that. Mina super dominant in this match, really working that figure four. There was even a part where she didn't quite sink all of that figure four in. Hanan was fighting her with the foot. Still super effective though in hurting Hanan for the eventualness that Mina does sink in the figure four properly and submits her. I felt this was a really, really good match for specifically for Club Venus. It really did show that they are really willing to do whatever it takes to pick up those wins.
Yeah, and I gotta give big props to Hanan here because like her kicking out of the glamorous sword there, which Mina Shirakawa has won a couple matches with that running Zaguri. The fact that she kicked out of it was actually very. I think she won her last match with that, or not the last match, the second match on the last show we did with the glamorous sword. So that's been established as one of her finishers, and she kicked out of that. I was mightily impressed with Hanan for kicking out of that. But yeah, in the end, Mina getting the dragon screw to the knee and applying the figure four. But
Mhm.
absolutely, I got please like a showcase for Club Venus here.
Mhm. 100%.
Mhm.
100%.
So we move on to the semi-main event of the evening. It is the eight-man tag team, eight-woman tag team. I'm sorry, Queen's Quest, Azumi, Miyu Amasaki, Saya Kamatani, and Utami Hayashida taking on stars Hazuki, Koguma, Mayu Utani, and Momo Kogo. This was great. Like again, Hazuki is a goddamn star.
She was on a warpath in this match.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Dude, and I loved Mayu's gear. I don't know if that's new gear or what, but I loved it. I like if you look at her gear from when she was in the Triangle Derby, the long pants and stuff. I much prefer the gear she was wearing on this show to her
Mhm.
like long pant and hoodie gear. I guess
Mhm.
this one had a hoodie, but I much prefer this gear. It looks so much cleaner. Doesn't look like baggy ass pants on her. I find with most people if they're wearing the baggy pants and things like that, it doesn't look as clean. Where if you're wearing the tights or something, men and women both, if you're wearing the tights, like you look at Taichi, and he's wearing the pants, it's fine. But when he pulls up the pants and he's just in his trunks, it just looks like a cleaner look. That's why I like Mayu's look in this one. It's a
Mhm.
cleaner look. But yeah, dude, just Maya with the double arm drag at one point, and her mobile with the double drop kicks on the rope. I love it. Um, Azumi hitting a brainbuster to Mayu in this match.
Mhm.
That brainbuster looked good.
Mhm.
My rival Hazuki's there.
Yeah, yeah, this one was a lot of fun. I noticed throughout this whole match, Azumi was like, if you're playing like one of those like kind of like Dungeon and Dragons or like fantasy games, she was like the healer. She was running in and making saves like at every point of the match. She was the saver, as opposed to maybe that's a better word than the healer. But yeah, she was the savior, you will say, of her team, running in and there quite constantly, breaking up pins and stuff like that. Gotta love it when you have somebody watching out for you. Um, Miyu also very impressive in this one. Stepped it up a lot going into that match, after the match announcement. Sorry, with Suri, um, but definitely could not contend with the might that is Hazuki. Like you had mentioned, she was on fire this match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mind you, I do have to say I do enjoy Mayu's gear now also. The long tail is still weird to me though.
Yeah.
That feels like an extra thing for someone to grab onto and make your day not so great. Um, I was actually a little surprised at the end of this, but then maybe not so much with Miyu going into her match with Suri. I didn't write down who picked it up though.
There
I
was a, it
just wrote
was
down who fell.
there was a quadruple dropkick from Queen's Quest, and Saya Kamatani hit the Star Crusher on Momo Watanabe and got the win
Coco.
again.
Momo
Momo
Coco.
Kogo, sorry, Momo Kogo.
There's no way she would hit that on Momo
Watanabe
Watanabe.
is in the next match. I'm sorry.
No, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, really, really great match from all eight of these women. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
they all stepped up in their own way to really make this match special.
Hmm. I really do enjoy those the baseball um jerseys that Queen's Quest come out to every once in a while. They have their like fancy stuff where they have the jackets and everything and the feathers and the pomp and circumstance, and then they have their like casual like LIJ style ball jersey things. I really, really like that touch at the beginning because it has all of their names and their special color kind of on the back also. So like
Mm,
Utami has Utami in red, Azumi's is purple, Miyu's is blue, Kamitani's was green. It was a really nice touch. I really, really like that. Gotta love the
hmm.
aesthetics in women's wrestling there.
Me too. They look really good, actually. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we move on to the main event of the evening. It is a 10-woman tag. Oedo ties Momo Watanabe, Natsuko Tora, Ruaka, Saki, Kashima Saki, and Starlight Kid taking on Donna Del Mondo's Julia, Himeka, Maika, Mai Sakurai, and Thekla. Holy moly. This match was crazy, and all of the way to ties back in their dark colors. No more white gear.
They clearly looked at the night as being a very fanciful night because every single member of Oedo Tai and Donna Del Mondo were in their fancy gear.
Mm.
Natsuko Tora had her, the Oscar masked spine there. And Starlight Kid, she always has that jacket that's very, like, got all the lights and stuff in it. Coat my hair. And then Kashima had that like floor length leather trench coat. Momo wearing her big furry coat, and I don't feel like Ruaka did anything very special. I feel like she was
She just
maybe
had her.
playing
She
one.
just had her hoodie on, that like her that hoodie jacket that she
Yeah,
wears
but like everyone
normally.
was dressed up for this for the occasion because ultimately when we found out at the end was this is the last match that we were going to see with the Jumbo Princess Himeka teaming with her teammates Donna Del Mondo.
Well,
It made
I
me
think
happy to see that Oedo
yeah.
Tai definitely respected that.
But yeah, it's the last time this whole team's gonna like team up as the full unit. They're never gonna have this five
Hmm.
person team again. So I'm
Hmm.
glad
Hmm.
Oedo Tai kind of came out in their full gear too, because it kind of gave it that little bit of pomp to it too. The fact that they're just not wearing their plain white gear, they're in their full garb, just like their opponents. Again, it gave it a real special feel to the match. That everybody was in their
Hmm. Hmm.
nicest gear.
Um, Something I also noted: Oedo Tai didn't jumpstart.
No, well, okay, so yeah, her like Himeka and Ruaka started, but it broke down pretty fast into a brawl on the
Yeah,
floor
but
within
they
like a
didn't jumpstart. They always jumpstart.
yeah. Again, it ended up it turned into a brawl within like a minute or two,
Hmm.
but it didn't. Yeah, that was very surprising.
Hmm. Hmm. Surprisingly respectful. I really enjoyed it. Again, outside shenanigans was outside shenanigans, but again, it's not to the House of Torture obnoxiousness level. It made sense, and like the crowd. The crowd for this show in particular was absolutely lit, absolute
Hmm.
fire. They were so into everything. I swear again, I wish I spoke Japanese because the amount of heckling that was coming from like parts and corners of the room, and it was hilarious because it was like an indie show. We have the indie shows here. Tom Lawler even spoke to you during the match where you like break his head off, and he was like, I'm trying. Like, this is the
Yeah.
kind of responses that I feel were kind of happening with
Hmm.
these women and the crowd, and it really added to the excitement and the entertainment for me because I didn't know what they were saying, but I just knew that it was funny based on the crowd reaction. The only other two things that I wanted to say was Thekla is freaking awesome. I
Hmm.
absolutely love her. I cannot praise that woman enough. Maika is a freaking powerhouse. Always has been. Probably always will be. And Ruaka and Tora, though, folding Maika like a freaking chair the wrong way with that double slam. Holy hot diggity dang.
Oof.
Andre, what do you think?
Dude, absolutely tremendous match, man.
Hmm.
Like I'm a huge fan of Don Del Mundo, like as a
Hmm.
whole. Like, these girls are absolutely amazing. But Oedo Tai really showed me some great stuff tonight too.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
absolutely phenomenal match. The end of the match came with Himeka hitting a rainmaker on Ruaka,
Hmm.
and then her and Maika getting the sandwich clotheslines, and a huge lyric by Maika
Hmm.
to Saki, and she only gets two. So Maika hits a Michinoku driver on Saki, gets the win. And again, again, another emotional feel at the end of this. This is another last thing, and you could see Micah almost like crying and like being really sad that she's not like that. This team is never going to get the team together in this unit ever again. And you could see how
Hmm.
like with her friend retiring, like your heart breaks for her, heart breaks for the entire team because everybody's
Hmm.
like, you can see it on all their faces that they're all just like, oh, god damn,
Hmm.
we're losing a thing here.
As a hormonal woman, I would be lying if I didn't say that I got very misty eyed when I was seeing them reading everything. I was just like, God damn it. I'm not this soft. But yeah, and what a way to end though. On
Hmm.
a high note with the crowd behind them and everything. I felt very, very appropriate. Um, what a couple nights of wrestling, man. This was a
Couple
fun
awesome
time.
nights. Yeah, a couple awesome nights of professional wrestling. So, and I want
Mhm.
to thank everybody for joining us here. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave some comments down below because we love hearing from you guys. We love chatting with you. We love like just talking everything Stardom, New Japan, local indie, depending on what show you're commenting on. We love
Bring
talking to
it to
all.
your to our attention. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we want to chat with all of you. So, want to give some big thanks out to Rogue Energy for sponsoring this show. You scan the QR code down the bottom right corner there, and use promo code OLEPODS for 10% off your order at rogueenergy.com. And for OLE Pods code, I want to thank our friends over at our local establishment, our partners, and everything we're doing. I want to thank them very much. You can check them out on twitch.tv/our local establishment, on Instagram and TikTok at OLE Podcast, and on YouTube at youtube.com/at our local establishment. You can find myself there doing Marvel talk. We're going to try and bring a few more episodes back in between these movies here because we do not know when Secret Invasion is coming. And you can find Paramindful over
Hmm.
there, featuring my good friend Mel right here.
Hmm. Our next episode will actually be
Some
dropping
great
this
and beats and
Monday
beats
at
down.
5 p.m.
Yeah, you got beats and beats down under there. You got
Hmm.
turnbuckle talk. You have some great watch alongs,
Busting
and we're
out.
busting out. You have
Hmm.
taking
Yeah,
over,
over here.
taking
Yep.
over. I got it right. From OLED and my co-host on Marvel Talk OLED and your co-host
The
on our
beautiful natural.
Ladies Wrestling Showcase. If you watch
Hmm.
the beautiful Ash Pizarro, absolutely phenomenal. So I want to thank all of them. And I want to thank our good buddy Mike the Ref because he simulcasts all this stuff on his channel at Backbreaker Video. I want to thank you so much, brother, for everything you've done for me, everything you've done for us. Thank you so much. You can check him out at youtube.com/at Backbreaker Video, twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. Awesome, great content. Watching Dynamite every Wednesday, so check that out. Do the watch along there, and you can check out a lot of great other video gaming stuff he does there on Twitch, which you can find the replays for a lot of that stuff at youtube.com/at backbreaker_gaming. And if you are watching us on Backbreaker Videos YouTube channel, please check us out up here at Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk on YouTube, youtube.com/Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk. You can also find us on Facebook. Great ways to find us. And everybody that's there, please like, subscribe, and please, we love hearing from all of you.
And Andre, if the people are wanting to follow you on social media, where are they going to find you?
Twitter at that Canada guy, Instagram at that Canada dude, Hive and Mastodon at that Canada guy, and you can find me through our Facebook page, Andre Melba Wrestling Talk.
Excellent. And if you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can find me on Twitter at Collins Melball. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Mastodon at Melball Collins. And you can find me also on our, I gotta go forward here now because of the microphone, on our Facebook page, Andre and Melball's Wrestling Talk. We'll be posting there quite regularly all of the links to all of our shows, some random news, thirst traps, you name it. If it's wrestling, we'll probably post it. That being said, you also want to check out my amazing friend and co host partner for the Ladies Wrestling Showcase, the beautiful natural Astra Pizarro. You can find our replays of all of our episodes of the Ladies Wrestling Showcase on her YouTube channel, Astra Pizarro, as well as her amazing interview series, Astrid Asks. She just debuted a show. You want to go check it out. She is doing amazing things over there. She's also got a new show coming out with our good friend Bobby Munson. It's going to be spooky, ooky inspired. You're going to love it, guys. So, that being said, oh my God. If you're wanting to watch Stardom, we will leave a link in the description box down below for you. It's going to be stardomworld.com. It's approximately 920 yen, which works out to roughly about $10 US or Canadian, depending on your currency, I guess. Mine is actually less this month, Andre. $9.80 I paid. I'm pretty happy about
I
that.
use your account, so
Yeah, yeah, you do, don't you? Hey, that's what we do as wrestling fans, though. We support each other and we allow each other to watch all of our stuff so that we can put on this amazing content for you guys. And Andre, do you have anything left to say to the beautiful people?
now I just want to say thank you all for showing up, and please join us next time.
You can throw up the Club Venus. I'm going to throw up my prominence symbol there. That being said, you guys, we are coming to the end here. I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah.